$25,000 down payment. Most first-time buyers think it's the right move. Here's what they're ignoring: that money could represent $1,250 in foregone investment returns every single year. And over a decade, that's $15,000 to $18,000 in compounded growth that vanishes the moment you sign the mortgage. You're about to make one of the largest financial decisions of your life. The pressure is real. Lenders push 20% down to avoid PMI. Real estate agents celebrate the responsible buyer, family members nod approvingly. But research shows 65% of first-time buyers ignore that advice entirely and put down less than 10%. There's a reason, and it might apply to you. But here's what most people miss: they're comparing the wrong things. They're asking, should I put down 20% or 10%? When they should be asking, what's the actual opportunity cost of that extra $15,000? By the end of this breakdown, you'll have the exact framework to calculate whether your down payment target is helping or hurting your 5-year financial security. Let's start with the wrong belief, because it's costing you more money than you realize. The wrong belief: 20% down is always the right move. Every lender tells you the same story. Put down 20% and you avoid PMI. You show financial discipline. You're building equity faster. On a $350,000 home, that's a $70,000 down payment. The lenders make it sound inevitable, like anything less is financially irresponsible. But here's what they're not telling you: PMI isn't the villain in this story. It's actually a tool. And when you understand the math, you realize putting down $70,000 might be the least profitable decision you make that year. Let's do the actual math. Say you put down $70,000 instead of $35,000. That extra $35,000 buys you two things. You avoid approximately $350 in monthly PMI payments, and you reduce your loan from $315,000 to $280,000. Over 10 years, that's $42,000 in saved PMI costs. But here's the hook: that $35,000 you didn't put down. If invested in a diversified index fund averaging 8% annual returns, it becomes $75,600 in 10 years. That's $33,600 in pure profit. Subtract the $42,000 in PMI savings and you're down $8,400 to the PMI strategy. But wait, there's more. The variable they never calculate. Most buyers don't think about the tax deduction component. Your mortgage interest is tax deductible. On a $315,000 loan at 5% interest, your first year interest is roughly $20,475. If you're in a 24% tax bracket, that's approximately $4,914 in tax savings annually just from that extra borrowing. Now run that 10-year calculation again. That $35,000 at 8% growth is now competing against PMI costs minus mortgage interest tax savings. The equation shifts dramatically. The break-even point isn't where lenders told you it would be. Here's the real framework, the part everyone gets wrong. First, calculate your actual PMI cost. It's typically 0, 55% to 1. 86% of the loan amount annually, depending on credit score and LTV ratio. On a $315,000 loan at 2%, that's $3,780 per year or $315 monthly. Second, calculate your foregone investment returns, that $35,000 down payment difference. If you're 35 years old with 30 years until retirement, isn't just about 10 years of growth. It's about whether that money could be working harder elsewhere. Even at conservative 6% returns, $35,000 becomes $227,000 by age 65. Third, and this is the subpoint everyone misses, calculate your actual home appreciation. If your $350,000 home appreciates at 3% annually, that's $10,500 per year in equity gains from appreciation alone, regardless of your down payment. That compounds. But your mortgage principal paydown also builds equity. With a larger loan, you pay down principal slower. But you might have more capital deployed in higher returning assets. These three numbers tell you whether 20% down actually serves your specific situation, or whether you've been sold an expensive story. The situation where 20% down wins. Let's be clear, this strategy doesn't work for everyone. If you're disciplined about deploying that extra $35,000 in actual investments, not just keeping it in a savings account earning 0.01%, this framework applies. If you have consumer debt above 5% interest, you should kill that first. If your emergency fund isn't 6 months of expenses, that comes first too. The 65% of first-time buyers putting down less than 10%, many of them are making that choice precisely because they understand this math intuitively, even if they can't articulate it. Your down payment size is an investment decision, not a moral one. The question isn't, am I being responsible? It's, where does my capital generate the highest return while maintaining security? Now you have the framework, the math is yours to run.